diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning. Whole world's out of whack. Man. We'd think the fucking world ended or something. You know, these are the distractions in life. These are the I can tell you a lot of people relapse today. Ugh. The thing is, I have my opinions and stuff on it, but, you know, what fucking good is it going to do? Sure, I have a lot of things to say about it and stuff, but nobody wants to hear my opinion. They'd rather hear the doctor's opinion. That was good. That was good. So, sorry, something negative's kind of going through my mind. I'm trying to get rid of it. I'm gonna just get it off my chest. My kids are supposed to be getting shit done, but what they're doing is sitting up there playing video games on their day off. And yeah, that kitchen is not clean. Yeah. So there it is. Anywho's it. We're gonna read the doctor's opinion today. Everybody's being I don't know, exceptionally quiet. It's weird. You know, even trying to get people to vote in some groups and stuff, and just vote. Would you? I'm talking, and I'm not talking about the president. I'm talking about the stuff that I'm trying to get done. So, all right. So, welcome to the Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. Daryl might be here. There was a new link. I sent it to him, so he might be here. I don't really let everybody know it's going live, though. I don't feel like putting it in all these groups and stuff. And people show up, they show up on this one because really I'm just avoiding stuff. I'm not quite awake yet, so I don't want to get to my work. I'm not quite awake yet. So it's going to be one of those days where I may not wake up. So it's weird because, like, when I'm working, all my ideas, can't think of one of them. At night when I'm doing nothing, that's when my ideas come and I write them all down. All right. Like this. You know, well, first up for us, like us, how money is spent, rent, utilities, etc. Who qualifies? Scholarships. I want to change the name of things like scholarship. I do not want to use the verbiage that is being used among sober livings, and a nutritionist. We need somebody to come in and teach us how to eat healthy. Yeah, and eating the right foods and stuff. So things like that. But like I said earlier, nobody wants to hear my opinion. So let's hear the doctor's opinion. I thought it was a great leeway. Nobody was here, so he's here, so I'm reusing it. I'm going to be on XXVII, which is 27 in the Roman numerals. Right? It's where the big print goes back to small print, if that helps you too. Let's get started. Let's get it started. The subject presented in this book seems to me to be of paramount importance to those afflicted with alcoholic addiction. I say this after many years of experience as medical director of one of the oldest hospitals in the country treating alcohol and drug addiction. Okay. The oldest. This man, he'd been doing it for years. He'd been working on it. You know, Dr. Silkworth had to have somebody, it was probably his mother. See, people with servants' hearts usually love their mother if they're male. If they're female, they seem to love their father. It's just something I've noticed. Just like if you're really good at English, you probably suck at math. It's a left brain, right brain kind of thing. These are things that I've noticed. So his mom or father probably died of alcoholism. Somebody close to him died of alcoholism, and he was the hero of the family. There's a dynamic, and he would be the hero. Not only would he be the hero, though, he would probably be the black sheep because he went and tried to do something about it. And that's usually what a black sheep does. Who knows? Maybe even had his own addiction. Therefore, there was a sense of real satisfaction when I was asked to contribute a few words on a subject which is covered in such masterly detail in these pages. We doctors have realized for a long time that some form of moral psychology was of urgent importance to alcoholics, but its application presented difficulties beyond our conception. And he's going to tell you what that conception is here. With our ultra-modern standards, our scientific approach to everything, we are perhaps not well equipped to apply the powers of good that lie outside our synthetic knowledge. This is where professionals and God start to mix. But it can't happen without a recovered alcoholic. Yeah. See, do you have to have treatment? No. Will your chances go up? Yes. If you have a roof over your head, can you stay sober? Yes, you can. You bet. I see it all the time. Will your chances go up? Yes, they will. They go up. Putting a roof over somebody's head actually is the biggest thing that you can do to help them get to their recovery. It increases their chances by, like, let's say it's even 15%, and I'm going low. I don't know what it actually is right now because it can change. Okay, so what are they saying here? Moral psychology. Moral. My set of morals, just they weren't working. They weren't working. In the professional field, they call it CBT. Cognitive behavioral therapy. Anything beyond that is fucking fluff, my friends. CBT and God. Yeah. It will retrain your brain. And what we're doing, okay, we're talking the medical, right? When you have an idea, it goes to a series of synapses in your head. Bing, bing, ding, 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 dong, right? And so it's going over here. Well, that's where the drink is. So we're going to interrupt that, send it over here where you're going to a meeting. You're calling your sponsor. You're reaching out. No, I can't do that. I have to do something today. And it's a retraining of the brain. So when people say AA brainwashes, you bet we do. You need it. I needed it. We need it. And yes, I'm going to say we on that. I don't know how well chat is working. Okay, it is working. Good morning, Leisure. Well, I noticed there were some my earlier ones, somebody had said some things. They didn't pop up here. It's like I'm always fighting Restream. Okay, I'm a paying customer. So we are perhaps not well equipped to apply the powers of good, which is God. That is God. See? So we have a professional, a doctor like Dr. Silkworth, who wants to help this person. Then we have a recovered alcoholic. Together, if these two can work in tandem, man, you got a great chance at getting this person sober and leading a much better life. And it's a combination of the both, right? I'm going to tell you, without it, your chances plummet. They do. You can help me with Restream. You can help me chew their ass. Because, dude, the new system sucks. I do not like it. All right. But we'll text about that. Many years ago, one of the leading contributors of this book came under our care in this hospital, and while here, he acquired some ideas which he put into practical application at once. Now, that was Ebby going to Bill. Okay. Bill's story is next, and Ebby 12 steps in. Okay. Now, Bill has a sudden spiritual experience, right? And things change, just so you know, it's 11:11 right now. And things change for him. Okay. Spiritually, but on a physical level, he still needed to detox. So he went and detoxed with Dr. Silkworth. Okay. Later, he requested the privilege of being allowed to tell his story to other patients here, and with some misgiving, we consented. You can understand why. Yeah, I could. The cases we have followed, though, through have been most interesting. In fact, many of them are amazing. The unselfishness of these men as we have come to know them, the entire absence of profit motive, and their community spirit is indeed inspiring to one who has labored long and wearily in this alcoholic field. They believe in themselves and still more in the power which pulls chronic alcoholics back from the gates of death. That's a big deal to this guy. It's a big deal. Okay? And we might get to this part, but later he goes on to say you will feel that some doctors will feel their own inadequacy because it can't get through to them. Now, somebody like us comes along with depth and weight, and we say, hey, this is what's really going on with you. This is what's happening. They are now going to be more honest with that doctor. See how we work in tandem? Yeah, that's what we're supposed to do. All right. Of course, an alcoholic ought to be freed from his physical craving for liquor, and this often requires a definite hospital procedure before psychological measures can be of maximum benefit. No, they're not going to cut you open, but it is a procedure, and that procedure is making sure you don't die from DTs. That's the procedure, making sure that you are safe. Because alcoholics in the throes of that, see, there is one thing that'll stop those DTs immediately. It will give you instant gratification, and it's liquor, it's alcohol. This is the first part where we're going to understand that delayed gratification is where it's at. That Dion is not going to get everything that he wants in this life. It ain't going to happen. Okay? We believe, and so suggested a few years ago, that the action of alcohol in these chronic alcoholics is a manifestation of an allergy. That the phenomenal craving is limited to this class and never occurs in the average temperate drinker, and that has not changed. That has not changed. Alcoholism seems to be tossed in with the kettles, with other things. Before alcoholism, if you had alcoholism, you ended up on the mental ward because it looked just like mental illness. Well, it turns out it is a mental illness. Now we're being lumped in with addiction. And no. Stop this mixed nuts shit. It ain't. Al-Anon and AA meetings together is pushing it. That's pushing it. Now, if you have a speaker meeting, one's AA, one's Al-Anon, that's different. But when you sit down and you have these mixed nuts meetings, I guarantee you it's going to be a fight. There's going to be a fight. Why? I'll tell you why. Because Al-Anons have strong boundaries and alcoholics are weepy little babies. That's why. Yep. You think an alcoholic is going to listen to any Al-Anon? That's the Al-Anon handshake, by the way. Joke. You ever seen the Al-Anon handshake? Okay. It's different. It's different. All right. And once having formed the habit, found they cannot break it, once having lost their self-confidence, their reliance upon things human, their problems pile up on them and become astonishingly difficult to solve. Right? Frothy emotional appeal seldom suffices. The message which can interest and hold these alcoholic people must have depth and weight. Doctor can't do it. A professional is not going to be, they're going to go for the frothy emotional appeal. I'm even going to go for a little bit of frothy emotional appeal, but mine has depth and weight. See, since I'm a recovered alcoholic, there are things that I get to say that doctors don't get to say. No, they will lose their job. They will lose their license for Western medicine if they bring up things like God. Weird. Okay. So what is it? Would you just go? There's a whole list of things that they say. Well, I wish you'd think that he'd do it for her. She's such a sweet lady. That these things don't affect us until another alcoholic comes along. And really, is it the depth and weight, or is it the fact that somebody finally came along who didn't have profit motive? That's what it is. That's the depth and weight. I don't want anything from you. What are you going to provide me with? You're drunk. Oh, I'm telling you, you're helping me. You're reminding me it doesn't work out there. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. You're helping me more than I'm helping you. See, that's where the depth and weight comes in. See, a doctor can say, well, you realize that, you could have been dead. Oh, but I'm not. Okay. But I can say, you know what? You know, the best gift I gave my mommy was getting sober. Now she ain't going to get that phone call. See how it's different? It's different. I've been there. I don't want nothing from you. I don't even want it. I'm here to help you. And I'm the one getting help. You can't keep it unless you give it away, right? In nearly all cases, their ideals must be grounded in a power greater than themselves if they are to recreate their lives. Now, this man has worked with more alcoholics than any other person in this fucking world. I guarantee it. So maybe we want to listen. Okay? Alcoholism has not morphed into some new disease. It is still the same. And the answer is still the same. All this crap going on has been tried because now we have a series of people who refuse to listen to experience. They refuse to learn from history. What happened to a good handshake? It's gone. Now it's likes and loves and popularity. I want to go viral. Oh, I want to be viral. You know what viral sounds like to me? A disease. Oh, get your side hustle. You know what that sounds like to me? A hustle. We don't hustle. We stopped hustling. Hustle means I'm duping you. That's what a hustle means. It doesn't mean to work arduously. That's trudging. All right. Here we go. Now they're about to describe Dion's job description. If any feel that as psychiatrists directing a hospital for alcoholics we appear somewhat sentimental, let them stand with us while on the firing line. See the tragedies, the despairing wives, the little children. Let the solving of these problems become part of their daily work and even in their sleeping moments. And the most cynical will not wonder that we have accepted and encouraged this movement. We feel after many years of experience that we have found nothing which has contributed more to the rehabilitation of these men than the altruistic movement now growing up among them. Was there a word in there that you didn't understand? No? Then you don't need the plain English big book. Stupid. Fuck. Stupid. Come on. That was appeasement. I never voted on it. I'm tired of these groups not having GSRs. Nobody wants to fucking do the work. Nobody wants to anymore. Not in Colorado. No, we got our heads buried in the sand. Bad blue state. Bad. All right. It's just me and Leisure here. He knows what I'm saying. Is it such a quick? Okay, this is the most political thing that I will say. This will be it. Okay, and it doesn't even really have to do with. I noticed that all the states were blue were also the states with the worst recovery addiction. Every one of them that is in the lower 5 is blue. That's not coincidence, my friends. That is not coincidence. That should give you some more facts on what's going on. Okay. Here's the thing. Okay. Because now I'm talking about that. It doesn't matter if it's blue or red. What the fuck are you going to do today to make the world a better place? What about your community? I can tell you, people in Colorado are fucking lazy. Lazy, 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 even in my own groups. They don't want to go out to the detoxes. They don't want to sit in front of these people and bring them back into AA. No, instead, what they do is they divide the AA group. Instead of supporting, instead of being a part of, they go off, they do it themselves, and they think they know what they're doing, but they do not, because they have 6 months of fucking recovery, and because they think that they're popular and saying things the right way. That's going to fall apart in a very bad way. Okay. AA in Colorado is just one big mutual admiration society. That's all it is anymore. People constantly ask me, Dion, help me find good meetings. And I tell them, you got to go out of state. You're going to have to get on Zoom, and you're going to have to go out of state, or you can hit one of these 3 meetings that I have found that is actually talking about a solution, not fucking around, doing it correctly, and following the darn traditions. I have not found a Zoom group that is really doing that. All right, that was a little. Well, I work the front lines all the time, and I don't see any of you there. People are running around, oh, we're doing great, we're doing great. I see none of them there. I don't see any other AAers there. I don't. And I'm just following the big book. It tells you right in while working with others exactly how to do it. And nowhere in there does it say sit your ass in a meeting and wait for somebody to ask you to sponsor them. That is not AA. That is laziness. That is resting on your laurels. Men and women drink essentially because they like the effect produced by alcohols. That's me. Instant gratification. Instant gratification. That's what I was always going for. The sensation is so elusive that while they admit it is injurious, they cannot after a time differentiate the true from the false. Alcohol will do that to you. It'll create a world in which you exist, but no one else does. And it doesn't exist. It isn't real. And that's a combination of several different things. Like anywhere in the big book, does it tell you that you'll feel better once you get a good night's sleep and that'll happen probably in the first 30 days? No, that's not in there. That's a clinical thing. See, there's a lot of things that might be in here. Like when I say a year before any major changes, that is a clinical thing, and it has been proven by fact. It's been, sorry, but the average is a year. I don't know where you're getting these other numbers from, but they are not from the right sources. The sensation, to them, their alcoholic life seems the only normal one. Well, if you drink, if you had my life, yeah, I had your life and I did drink. Aha. Aha. What? Yeah. See, this is where my past and your past becomes gold. You're not alone in this. What? Tell a few of your stories. Tell a few of your stories. Hi, Pat. It's good to have you. It's good to have you. I'm going off a little bit today. I'm feeling a little preachy. So this is what I would suggest when I'm like this is take what you need and leave the rest. Because I will say things that will piss you off because you ain't doing them. And it says very clearly in the big book that you should. Okay. I've been doing this 35 years now. I'm also a professional. I just don't put my letters up. I'll brag on it. But yeah, I'm a fucking professional, my friends. I've earned my shit. I've earned my agency. Okay. And so when I give out numbers, they're hard fucking facts. That is because I did the work. And then you're going to tell me, well, somebody told me blah, blah. I'm like, well, good for them. I don't care what you believe. Okay. But I do know this: the wrong information in recovery will kill someone else. So you better watch what you fucking say or who you say it from, or you will find your own inadequacy. They are restless, irritable, and discontented. I'm feeling that way a little bit right now. Unless they can experience the sense and ease and comfort which comes at once by taking a few drinks they see others taking with impunity. I never really went through the phase of other people can drink and I can't, because I was never like anybody else. I don't want to be like you. You're a bunch of assholes. People were mean to me. They've always been mean to me. People are still rude to me. You'll find a boundary. You gaslight me in an AA meeting. Watch what happens. I will wait till the end of the meeting, and then I will nail you to the wall. And you will not do it again. Yeah, you will find my boundary. You bet your ass. You gaslight somebody else in a meeting. Let's say you go to a meeting and I go to a meeting, right? And I'm like, hi, I'm Dion. Or maybe they just start talking. They don't say what they don't say is I'm so-and-so and I'm an alcoholic. And if you interrupt to correct them, you know what you are? An asshole. And I will call you out on it. Nowhere in the big book does it say that you are required to say, my name is Dion and I'm an alcoholic before you start speaking. Especially if you're on Zoom. The damn name's right there. What else do you need? See, that's control. Well, you got to claim your seat. Well, then you let them find their own seat and claim it. Stop telling people what to do. You cannot do that. And it happens on Zoom quite often because face to face is a little bit scarier, isn't it? I've actually had some people say, well, you're just hiding behind your camera. I'm like, I'll meet you at the park in 20 minutes, dude. And we will have the same conversation. I'm not violent, but I will get through. All right? You swing at me and miss, you're fucked. Because I'll kick you in the goddamn nuts. I'm going for safety. I'm going for survival. When I fight, I black out. I hate fighting. I hate physical fighting. I don't confrontation is not a problem for me anymore. Why? Because hard topics, hard things are normal for me. They always have been. They have been for you too. Have hard conversations. Be better. Be better, man. After they succumb to the desire again, as so many do, and the phenomena of craving develops, they pass through the well-known stages of a spree, emerging remorseful, with a firm resolution not to drink again. Yeah. You know, when I made a firm resolution or a promise, I will not ever pinky fucking swear again. No, I will not. I will not pinky swear. No. That was the worst fucking experience, pinky swearing on our soul. And I swear on my dead mother's soul, I'm staying so because I gotta be so honest. And the moment I made that decision, it was worse. It was like 100 times worse. And this is how long I would stay sober. However long it took me to get to the liquor store. 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. It all depended on how long it took me to get to the liquor store. That's how long I could stay sober. Even right now, my mouth is watering because I'm talking about it. It does not stop. Your intrusive thoughts, then those aren't going to end. But we don't talk about. Whenever, oh no, I don't. Bullshit. You're lying. And if you can't admit that you have intrusive thoughts and you're doing something about them, then you're still living an alcoholic life. That's called denial, and it is dishonest. Just repeat it over and over. Call that the insanity of the disease. And unless this person can experience entire psychic change, there is very little hope of his recovery. Now, it wasn't until recently that I started hearing that comes with a spiritual experience. And I'm going to have to tell you that that's not true. That's not true. No. Psychic mind. Change. I changed my mind. Let's just keep it simple. I changed my mind. I don't want to live this life anymore. It doesn't even really have to do with alcohol. See, alcohol was the solution. Now you have a problem. What are you going to do about it? Well, the first thing that we got to do is find a different solution. That's a psychic change. You just changed your mind. Quit tagging these things with other shit, like rock bottom. There is no rock bottom. 25 hit rock bottom. You barely even felt the nip of the ringer, my friend. That is not rock bottom. That's your bottom, and it's beautiful. Okay? Now, I've gone, and I've done it. I'm going to tell you something. There is no rock bottom. There's one trap door after another till you're dead or locked up, wanting alcohol 24 hours a day, not knowing where you're at. Don't remember any of your kids. That is alcohol dementia, is a wet brain. They will come visit you and they will need to remind you of who they are. Do you want that life? Do you want to die asphyxiating on your own vomit? These are alcoholic deaths and they are not pretty. They're not fucking pretty. So you decided, instead of saying, I would die for my kids, which is what you're fucking doing, you're going to say, I'm going to get well for my children. And that is bravery. That is the bravest thing I will ever see. I'd die for my kids. Yeah, any of us would. That's the easy way. Dying for your kids is the easy way out. Okay? Inaction is the swiftest and hardest consequence. And Colorado is paying a price for inaction. Yes, we are. All right. People are like, I'm not joining Dion today. He's hot to trot. I am. You might think I'm pretty closed-minded when I'm like this. Here's the thing. I'm not talking. I mean, I kind of remember some of the things, like the blue and the red state thing. I had that. I was going to bring it up. Everything else is just God talking. Doesn't God talk through other people? And I share my experience, strength, and hope along. Okay. And my experience is fact. My experience is fact. So when I say first year, no major changes, that is a fact. It's not a guesstimation. It's not an educated guess. We have done explicit, long studies on this shit. Okay. Half the information I get that we need is a clinical side. Because I'm a professional also. I'm not going to put the crap after my name anymore. Too many letters. CAC, recovery coach. Peer support specialist. I've won awards for best prevention team. So what is that? Okay. The only thing that I need that for is to qualify myself with professionals so they know that they're actually talking to somebody who's educated. That's the only time I use it. All right. Now I'm a weird recovery coach because I don't charge anything. Do you know what sponsors do? Not only, or AA, you know what AA does besides help you get and stay sober? They help you become a better person, a working member of society. That means we're also going to tell you that you need to get a primary care physician. We'll help you find one. Lawyers, doctors, we'll help you find that. Eating right, working out, these resources that we have through AA, through our friendships, right? What is a recovery coach? Well, it's the same thing, except they're going to use your insurance. It's the same thing. So stop making money off AA. Stop it. Okay? It won't work. It won't work. Okay? And avoid the whole sobriety fad thing right now. It'll be over in about a year. And here's the thing. You hear these stars or these actors and these people talking. Remember, it is sobriety, not recovery. Okay. You will know the difference on how they talk and what they say. But the key is look at their eyes and you'll know. Trust your intuition. Listen. The only star right now that I hear saying anything correctly is Jamie Lee Curtis. She's actually talking program. Okay, Tom Hardy and all these other guys. Yeah, I like them, but they're in sobriety. They are not alcoholic. So just stop it. And half the time, it isn't even their thing. It is somebody else using their stuff. Here's another one. Let's say, okay, trudging together on whatever, and I take somebody else's photo, I put it on mine about their recovery, and then all these people congratulate the person in the picture who doesn't even know the picture was stolen. Think on this shit, man. You know, my Facebook friends get smaller. I think I'm down to like 154 friends. It's a challenge for me. Yes, it is. Whoops, I just made it like so big. It's ridiculous. Okay. Reset. No, reset. God bless America. Forget it. All right. I bet I go to restream and it's okay. Doesn't matter. So, all right. That's what I got. I hope everybody has a good day. I have to chair a noon meeting. I promised on Monday and then I promised on Tuesday. And yeah, things just happened. So I'm going to chair today. All right. Unless somebody else is chairing, but I will set up for it in case I am. So thank you everybody for being here. It was good to see you. Leisure, always good to see you. Pat, I hope you're doing well, man. Good to see you too. I love you.